$1.7 billion of that amount has been provided for in that pledge for indigenous people. And that's where we're going now, because I'm very pleased to say we can speak to Chief Kokoi, who's of the Wapichan nation in southern Guyana, forest people who know the forest well. So this $1.7 billion, I presume you welcome it. Are you confident that it's going to be managed well?
Okay, first of all, I'm here at COP26 because of the concern of the Wapichan people. We are concerned about the impacts of climate change and other extractive activities that is contributing to the impacts of climate change. So I'm here to demand of my government, the Guyana government, to legally recognize the Wapichan territory. I cannot ask or request anymore. I'm demanding that they legally recognize these lands. And not only the lands, but to bring up the Amerindian Act, which is a legislation that pertains to indigenous peoples, up to international standards, in line with the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples.
Okay. So this money that's been provided for now, that chunk of it will come to you. So is that something that's going to help you in that effort to convince the government?
Well, if it does come to me, to us directly, definitely it can help us. But what is the process? What is the system that is going to be used to make sure that this money comes down to the indigenous peoples directly, which can help us in making sure that our territory is properly managed? Of course, we're going to need the finances to make this happen. So since 1992 to now, we have started, or the governments, the international community have started making commitments. And at the same time making the commitments, we started to dig ourselves a hole. Today, we are deeper into the hole because of the systems that have been put in place in terms of legal recognition for indigenous rights and the system of how the money flows down.
Right. Tell me what you've seen in your lifetime, seen happen to the forest around you. How bad has it been?
When I was a little guy, when I was a young guy, I enjoyed hunting, fishing, interacting with the community because the forest is our supermarket, it is our hospital, it is our university, it is our everything. This is where we get everything from. Today, the sun is much more hotter. The floods are happening much more than it used to be before, which affects our very way of finding food to put on the table for our kids and for our families. And now, because of the system that we as Wapichan people have, we have found that because of the mining activities that is happening in that territory, there are women who have tested positive with mercury contamination, which is way above the World Health requirements, the level of World Health Organization requirements. So that is a concern.
All right. Well, we'll have to leave it there. I wish we had more time to talk, Chief Kokoi, but we do appreciate you being here and wish you